So I ask you all to rise and lift your glasses as we drink a toast to long life, health and great happiness to the bride and groom, Debbie and Dave. Cheers. Debbie and Dave. Oh, wasn't that bad, was it?
Believe it or not, I am actually nervous about this. All four figures. I'd like to thank you for those kind words, Mike. £5 behind the washhand basin. Thank you, all of you, for that toast. That was very nice. I'll try and keep this to a minimum. I'd like to reiterate what Mike said and thank you all on behalf of my wife. Turning up today, I know some of you have travelled considerable distances. It's nice again for Debbie and I to see old friends that we haven't seen in quite a while. It makes our special day that much more special. A lot of people supposedly get very nervous at the thought of getting married, but I don't think that's been a problem for my wife and I. After all, what's there to worry about? I mean, we knew that we were right for each other, and if anything were to go wrong on the day, a little mishap or anything, then at least we'd be in front of family and friends when it happened. So I can honestly say that we haven't really worried. I'd also like to say that that paragraph I just read was in a speech I wrote 2 weeks ago, and it's the biggest lot of rubbish I've ever come out with. So I was sleeping last night, drank a whole bottle of whiskey and started smoking. Usually at this point in the proceedings, the groom may tell you a humorous story as to how he met his prospective wife. But in my case, it was in a local night spot and consisted of me apologising to Debbie for one of my friends who, being a little worse for wear after a few drinks, had knocked into her and spilled her drink. I've never actually told you this, Debbie, until this day, but my friends and I have been using the old drunken drink spilling make routine in nightclubs for quite some time. It's the first time it really worked. All I can say in my defence is that seeing you here today, I'm glad it was my turn to do the apologising and not play the drunk. Well, the married amongst you will know about the time and effort that goes into arranging a wedding, and I must say that it certainly surprised me just how much preparation is involved. And with that in mind, I'd like to take this opportunity to thank those responsible, namely our parents, Mike and Sherry, and Mike and Ina. I think any sleep that Debbie and I may have lost isn't a patch on what they've lost recently. And I'd just like to reassure you that your responsibilities as parents don't end today, because one of these days your grandchildren are going to need babysitters. Just by way of thanks, Debbie and I have got some small bits and pieces for you. It's a cheap looking silver one. Actually, Mum, you'd probably be sick of the sight of flowers by today. If we don't show you any more, you'd probably kill us. So that's for you from Debbie and I. Thanks. Mum? Yeah. Thanks. Thanks also to our ushers, Justin and Jason. If you thought they looked formidable at the church, then that was the idea. One with their trouble, and they were ready to pounce into action like coiled springs. They were certainly the smartest dressed bouncers I've seen in a long time.
Nathan and Debbie, hope you have a great day. The life of happiness together. Let's speak and shout. David and Debbie, all the best for the future. Billy will be down strong and away.
Take underneath.
Could be, go on.
Yeah.
You want to hear it, Dave?
No, why not? Carry on digging a hole for yourself.
Well, David and Debbie, this is your great day. We are only sorry that we cannot be there to share it with you. I'm sure, Debbie, that you will find David to be a reasonably good husband, because in his formative years, which I'm sure he would like to forget his Uncle Colin to it upon himself to educate him in the more finer aspects of life. For example, there was a time on Gracie Island when he dumped you and Ian on the shore and then anchored out to sea under a blistering sun, suffering from sunburn and heat stroke in order to make a point about the excessive charge of £25. And then there was the other time, and then there was the other time when he took you to the swimming baths and the barrier fell down and the only two left in the queue were Ian and you. Uncle Colin had somehow disappeared. So you see, Debbie, David may have some hidden talents yet to the surface. Once again, have a good day. Our thoughts will be with you, and we will be raising our glasses to you. Much love, Colin and
I didn't think I'd have enough.
You're not looking very cool, Carl, now,
It was going to be said so, I don't know. Well, I just sit back and enjoy it. But seems if I don't know what I'm going to say. All I'm going to say is thanks for everybody who's come. I hope you've enjoyed yourselves.